We are back. Always feels like coming home. Just in time. Looks like we're gonna get some snow tonight. We better get this van unloaded and get a fire started, get things warmed up. Well, I got something in the mail that I ordered. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's pretty cold in here still, but I don't need a jacket. So it's probably, actually the thermometer over there says about 30 degrees. So definitely it could be warmer. The problem is it takes so long to heat this whole place up from 20 degrees that, you know, even when the air gets warm, all the walls are cold, the floor is cold, the counters are cold. So it really takes like a good day just to get this place really warmed up. By the morning, it'll feel really comfy cozy, but it might be a little bit of a chilly night tonight. Anyway, so I got something that I've wanted for a very long time, and I looked at them in a couple different stores, and they were like $100, $150, and I was like, there's no way I'm paying that for a wood stove, for a stove fan. But then I went on Amazon and I found out that there's lots of them between that $30 to $50 range. So I decided to go with this one. It's Voda. I like Voda. Kind of like Yoda, right? So I went with this Voda fan, and I think it was about, it might have been on sale, but I think it was about $35, maybe $40. Anyway, maybe, I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, what this is supposed to do is, if you're not familiar with thermoelectrics, this little fan runs on heat. And so there's no batteries required. If I can get it out of here without bending the blades. Maybe I should have looked at the directions. Maybe there's a trick to this. Oh, it even comes with a little thermometer, which I don't have, which would be kind of nice because that kind of tells you the range of your stove, so you're not building a bunch of creosote. All right, so all it is a nice little fan. So what this does is you put it on the wood stove, and through thermoelectric. Anyway, there's a little motor in here that is run by some sort of diode or something. And when heat generates up through this aluminum core, it somehow makes the fan run. Physics, don't ask me. I'm not an engineer. All I know is hopefully this works, and hopefully this will spread the air out around the cabin from the wood stove instead of it just coming up and then slowly sinking. So let's see if this works. Apparently it has to get up to temperature before it starts spinning, but wow, it's running already. And it looks like it's running really slow in the camera, but trust me, that thing is flying. It's kind of like an airplane propeller. How you don't, it looks like you can see the blades, and in reality you really can't. But that thing is just humming along. And it doesn't feel like it's pushing a lot of air, but we'll let it sit for a while, and we'll see what we think. Cool. Father, thank you for another day on this earth. Thank you for beautiful snowy winter nights and warm stove fires. May this food nourish my body. In Jesus' name, amen. I've been experimenting with making my own sausage. Nothing fancy, just basically grinding pork shoulder and adding seasonings. But I'm trying some brats too. It's much cheaper, and you can do all the flavors that you want. So it's kind of fun. That's disappointing. Should have made them from scratch. Oh, they're burnt too. I think it is finally time to deal with this mess. This has been like this for quite a while, and I finally ordered a part for it. So let's put that in today. Unfortunately, my outlet box is so recessed behind this trim that I don't think the screws are going to reach to fit in there. So I think I'm going to have to get some replacements or some extended screws, but at least we can wire in the USB plug at least. Get rid of this. Why is the light not on? It works. Oh, it is on. Perfect. All right, cool. We'll clean up that mess and move on to project number 2. My chickadees are calling. We better get them some seeds. We better get those solar panels brushed off too. Looks like Ruby brought me some presents last night. Goofball. Making money now! Making money now! Were you in the gut pile again? What? What? You were in the gut pile, weren't you? I can tell. Don't say no. Don't shake your head no. I know you were over there. Yeah, Mr. Innocent. What? Oh, who, me? No, I wasn't in the gut pile. No. Well, it looks like the deer rib has not gone to waste. So whatever it was not a bird. Had to be probably a fisher, I would guess. Probably a little late in the season for coons. And a fox wouldn't climb up there, so I would guess a fisher or a marten, one of the two. These tracks came through last night. Could be a fox, because I do have fox here. So, probably a fox. They don't seem to be loping very much. Lots of little mice tracks. And moles or shrews or whatever. Go through little tunnels in the snow. Yeah, that looks like a dog print. I'm guessing that's a fox. Came through last night or this morning. But we have the gut pile over there that we've got the camera on, so hopefully we've got some good pictures. Whew. It's a crisp, cold one today. All right, let's get some shoveling done. Oh no. Somebody left the seat down. Oh. Look at all the frost crystals. Can't leave the seat down. The ground moisture can't escape. Now I gotta sit on that. Well, there's no frost crystals on her now. Yikes. That was not a pleasant experience. Woo! Figured I'd go pull that game card that was on the gut pile. I don't remember where exactly it was. Hey, what do you got in your mouth? What do you got in your mouth? You got a deer foot. Four-wheeler wouldn't start. And we are here for deer season, so hopefully the jumper will be enough to get the battery going. Well, it wasn't real smart parking underneath the eave for all the water to run down on it. Jeez, stiff. Come on, Betsy. Atta girl. Atta girl. I've been trying to clear out some of these down trees. One of the things on my list is to fix that bed, but I need a bed pole. And this little tree right here just might be my answer to that problem. All right, well, let's get her bucked up. Okay. You guys see that spark? What is there, some sand in the bark or something? Oh, it was growing. Oh, I shouldn't have shut that off. That might not start. Dang it. Well, there's not much left of her now, is there? When I came in last night, this whole pole was pulled down. So something big had it. But boy, I tell you, they sure make quick work of this. Well, I got to get a fire started so I can start boiling the skull down. But it's going to take me a little bit. It's not exactly great fire starting weather. The days don't last long this time of year. It's about 3:30. We maybe have an hour of sunlight left. Maybe. All right, well, we're gonna go and I think we're gonna take the trailer out and grab some sticks and some more of those logs. Easy. Be nice. Be nice. River, be nice. River, be nice. He just jumped like that. Reminds me of the fox. Oh, did you hurt him? Did you hurt him? No, he's okay. River! River, no! River Eldine. Hey, you leave him alone. River, come. Hey, come here. You leave him alone. You catch the mice, not the shrews. You got a whiff of something. I was just cutting up some of those bigger logs and I threw a chain. I've never done that before. It must have just got so loose that it came off, but I've never thrown a chain off my bar before. Not sure why that happened, but shaping up to be a beautiful night tonight. Might have to try to take some pictures. Whew. She's a disaster in here, that's for sure. Too many irons in the fire. So I'm trying to get that fire outside going, and it's not going. It's going, but I was hoping to boil that skull, but the snow isn't even melted yet. So I've got bread that I made this morning that we need to cook, and I was going to make venison stew tonight, and I was going to fix this light, which it's not the bulb, so I think the wiring maybe came loose in the socket or in the connection. You know, the funny thing is every time you shut the screen door, even though it's a screen house and it's barely attached to the shed, it's barely attached to the cabin, every time that door slams, you can feel it in here. It's really a lot of energy. So my suspicion is that the connection in the base has loosened up. So the plan tonight is to look at that, and then we're going to look at the sink as well. We're going to look at these we're going to look at these shelves. So many things to do. Yeah. But I'm cold, so I needed to come in and warm up a little bit. So it's about 15 degrees out. I think it's supposed to be -2 Fahrenheit tonight. So it's going to get a little bit cold. But yeah, we got the fire going outside, so I think I'm going to deal with this bread, and then we'll go from there. Well, I'm still learning this oven. Would have liked to have had this be a little bit more brown than it is, but I will take what I can get. Warm homemade bread and my special apple butter. I found a couple apple trees on some public property, and I took some apples and I boiled them down and made apple butter about 2 years ago probably. And oh my gosh, it's really good with the cinnamon kick. Really good. I got these buckets at my local Chinese restaurant, and this one had a spout. It's for I think soy sauce. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this spout out, and hopefully that will fit the drain pipe of the sink. There. Let's see if that fits. My idea was going to put a bucket underneath here, and at least I can drain the sink water into a bucket. Eventually I'll hook up a 12-volt pump to pump water, but that's getting the cart before the horse here. So my thought was, since I don't want water splashing all over, I would put the cover on the bucket. And this works perfectly. Do I need the cover? No, I don't. Do I want it? Yes. Why? I don't know. It just makes me feel better. It just looks cleaner to me. Like, I don't know. I like it. Leave me alone. Anyway, we should probably pour some water down this to see if the fittings are secure. Let's give it a shot. Well, I just poured a bunch more water down there, and it seems to be working just fine. So I think we can use the sink. Yes! That's a huge win. That's a huge win. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous day today. The sun is shining, it's warm out. I think we're going to take the four-wheeler down the trail, see if there's any deer tracks out there. There's been a few deer through here. There's Hunter's stand right up there, and this is the trail that I expected him to shoot a deer on. But in reality he shot one facing the backside of his stand towards the cabin. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of perspective. You can see the outhouse right there in the cabin, and you see this little ravine, this little ditch. Well, the gut pile is on the backside of this ditch. So there's the remnants of the gut pile, and Hunter's stand is through the trees back there. Just to show you how close that deer was to the cabin. You know, when I first started building the cabin, Hunter was a little bit worried that it was going to ruin the deer hunting. That having the cabin there and the presence around would scare all the deer away. But to be honest, I almost think that it maybe helps bring them in, you know, because the wolves don't hang around the house. So it's almost like they have a safe spot. But anyway, well, we're going to put the camera back in the game cam just to see if there's anything interesting that shows up in the next couple weeks. But besides big German Shepherd dogs, when I was hunting a couple weeks ago, I found some chaga. And I thought, well, it's such a nice day, maybe I'll take a hike over and pick it now that it's winter time. Gosh, what a beautiful day today. I don't come on this part of the property much, mostly just because it's across the ravine, across the ditch. But it's a nice piece. There it is. Yeah, there's a few deer tracks through here. I didn't realize that they came through here so much. Not really established trails, but... Ah, chaga. Look at that, huh? That's some nice stuff right there. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. All right. That's enough for now. So chaga is a super medicinal substance. There's been a lot of research on it. Anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory. Anyway, it's good stuff. You grind it up, or just put a chunk in your tea, and you'll live to be 100 or so. Well, it sure is nice having this little USB outlet. It's pretty handy. And it's nice to be able to clean my countertops. And it's nice to be able to wash dishes and have the water drain out of the sink. Didn't get a lot done, but a couple of little things that will improve the quality of life, shall we say. I think next time I come up, I'm going to work on the back side of this cabinet and decide if I'm going to put a bookshelf in there or what, and seat this sink. Right now the sink isn't seated down. I didn't have silicone. So next time I come up, I will do that. A couple of videos ago, I had the scaffold in here and I said next time I get $100 burning a hole in my pocket, I'm going to buy an A-frame ladder. And wouldn't you know it, 3 days later there was an advertisement in Home Depot, and this ladder was normally like, I don't know, I don't even remember what it was, 160, 169, something like that. And it was on sale for $99. And I had a coupon, so I think it cost me about 40 bucks. So that was fortuitous. As I suspected, it was just the wires were a little wonky. Well, hopefully that took care of that. Ta-da! Perfect. Well, goodbye, tiny cabin. Thanks for the memories. Well, goodbye, tiny cabin. Goodbye, tool shed. Goodbye, deer carcass. Goodbye, everyone. As always, we will see you soon.